It doesn't work out.
And we are back with another episode. Random noises.
So go in.
So
Go in, Neil.
So
go in.
And so I'm just trying to understand each of your arguments for what is a point guard?
Right.
What
Go
is
ahead. You go first, Mike. Go ahead. Run with it.
Is it who brings
First,
the
I
ball
want
up the court?
No, because the game has transcended in. Did I say that right? Transcended. And Steph Curry, we still on the Steph. We still on the Steph Ja argument. Steph Ja.
Whatever.
To me, Steph Curry is a point guard because he's the reason why everything on the floor goes the way it goes. Imagine Steph Curry without
he
a three.
Orchestrates the
what
offense.
Is he? No, imagine Steph Curry without a three. What is he? Imagine Steph Curry with just a mid-range or.
But you can't though. So you got to go to the reality of it, Mike.
That's no, because all I'm gonna do is forward you to Chris Paul. Chris Paul is not expected to be a three-point shooter, and Chris Paul is still a point guard.
Why isn't he expected to be a three-point shooter? He's a point guard.
Right, but his prominency isn't laced in
right.
shooting
may not
threes.
Have that in his bag, but he's a point guard.
Because Steph Curry
is a point guard.
So because Steph Curry can shoot threes, he's not a point guard.
Okay, so the way I can contextualize this argument is if you take a player's sliders in 2K for layman's terms, because I don't want to be all too technical. If you have a person who is a 90 shooter and a 90 passer, what position do they play? Is it dictated by their height, or what other attributes are?
In my opinion,
yeah. Okay, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to get at? Like,
yeah,
is it your
totally
skill?
Get what you're saying with the sliders. I get it.
Is it your skill that determines your position? Your physical, like your physicality,
your basketball IQ. If you're a pass first player,
because you could technically say LeBron James is a point guard because, okay, so if you put them in a position where they have to make a decision and they choose to pass, are they a point guard? And they choose to shoot, are they a shooting guard? If you have the option to make the right basketball play, is that what determines if you're a point guard or shooting guard? Because that's more so optics.
That can be any player though. I mean, if you have a high basketball IQ, but your IQ is centered on making your team better, then I would say
that a thing?
Cade.
Can you make a team better?
Let's take Cade Cunningham, for instance, okay?
Let's
do so, okay? And let's say that Cade is more driven, as he is in reality, to passing and making his teammates better. He'll get his points when he gets his points.
So is Cade, okay, this is a tangent that we can double back to later, but is Cade in a position to where he has to prioritize facilitating his teammates instead of scoring?
He is in that position.
You know what I mean?
That's why I made him an example, because he has to get his team going, because he can get his points wherever he wants to go, anywhere on the court. But if he just does that, his team isn't going to be that good, and they're always going to be guarding him in a double guarded, triple guarded way, to where they're going to pick him up at half court and all that other stuff. But because his team is garbage, no disrespect for the Pistons, because they're garbage, he has to just be a facilitator. Now, in my opinion, should Cade take over every game?
If your team is garbage, I'm just saying.
I think you should take over every single game, just like Kemba Walker used to do it with the Bobcats. Take over and score 40 a night. Do it.
Then the argument will be it's empty stats.
But if he does that, when teams come into Detroit or when they
You
go
gotta
into other teams, they're gonna be like guard Cade, and his teammates will come open. His teammates will be getting the easy baskets because they're not trying to have Cade Cunningham shooting 40 every night. They're gonna say guard him, and then his players are gonna be wide open. If there's 5 people on the court and 2 of them are guarding you, somebody's gonna be open. And it's going to be
so
a
that
hockey assist or it's going to be an absolute assist. Regardless, his teammates will get better. But he's not doing so. He's doing it to where he wants to pass first and, try to get everybody on the same level as him, but they're not going to be on the same level as him.
it's
He
a
doesn't have those
talent
kind of
ceiling.
players.
It's a talent ceiling there. And
I
that's what makes the hump the hump.
It is. I told Mike that. I told Mike, I said, you have a lot of talent on your team. Trade some of it away and get some players to help Cade win. But
with Cade, what type of player would best facilitate the team's growth as well as his? Because I feel like you can't prioritize
by him scoring 40 a night.
Just make him a volume bucket getter.
Yeah. If he scores in a high clip, his teammates will become open. It'll make it a lot easier for him to be able to be a facilitator if he starts taking over games. Period.
I can see the logic in your argument, but I don't know how well it can be executed in reality.
The reality of it is Detroit has 9 to 10 players that are really good players in college, really good players, but they can't get their feet wet in the NBA because they're losing so much. So in reality, you have one of the generational talents in Cade Cunningham. Score, keep scoring, and keep scoring, and keep scoring. And body those players that they got these small guards trying to guard him. Come on, man. Ish Smith cannot guard Cade Cunningham. He should be able, he goes by him every single time. Okay, so then boom, I'm gonna go to the rim or I'm gonna shoot it from the outside. But I'm gonna score 40 tonight and I'm gonna have like 15 assists because I'm gonna be able to get my teammates open because they're gonna be too worried about me. And if they're not worried about me, we're gonna win the game because now I only got to be able to focus on the W and not facilitating. But right now they have him, the coach has him as a facilitator first player. And Detroit's not gonna win like that.
A facilitate first mentality. I mean, that's kind of what you're saying is a symptom of really a lack of either identity
Yes.
or talent.
They have talent.
They have
They
talent.
got talent. They got talent. They got a bunch of talent.
But talented teams don't go on this long of a losing streak. So
They
it's
do.
either the
Look at the
hardware or the
Bobcats.
software.
Look at the Bobcats. The Bobcats had a lottery pick every friggin' season for like 15 seasons. But they still kept losing. Because why? Because these players they're getting drafted were the man on their team. On their college, their high school team, they were the man. And then now you get on this NBA level and you have to acquiesce to other players that are the man. So humble
you can't
yourself.
cook like you used to.
Yeah, you can't cook like you used to. You're not playing against these other Juvie League or Ivy League players or Big Ten players, Division I players. You're playing against grown men that are going to body you and going to take you to the rim. And it's going to hurt your feelings when they crack your ankles in half.
So my thing is this is the trajectory that Cade is on. Is it going to benefit him later in his career, or is he going to get
Yes.
Brandon Jennings?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You know what I mean, like, am I saying what I'm saying the right way?
How's it not? How's it not? No. Hold on. Let me
Because
launch.
you can't
Let me
keep
no
on
no no. Let me
losing.
launch. Let me
You
launch
can't
an
keep on
attack.
losing and
Let
still
me
have
launch
love
an
for
attack.
basketball the
Let
way
me
you
launch
do.
an attack on you.
A respectable.
Launch it in. I'll stay ready.
Let me launch an attack. Philly, literally. Yeah, Philly.
Oh,
Philly.
Wow. Going
Philly.
straight at it.
No, straight at it.
For
Philly
real?
literally tanked
Oh, here we go.
on purpose for years.
Here we go.
And Joel showed
For
up for that
years?
1 year.
No, it wasn't for
Joel showed up
years.
before he got hurt.
It
And guess
wasn't for
what he was doing
years.
before he got hurt? Winning. He was winning way more than their little 500, way more
Mike,
than whatever.
you're
And
not
he
even
was
making any
being
sense
great.
here.
No. I am making sense
You're
because
not
Let
making
him
any
cook
sense.
for
what
a
I'm
second.
trying to say is when you have a great player, you have to put great players or you have to put good things around. If you didn't have Tyrese
You got to
Maxey,
compliment him.
you didn't have your boy Tobias Harris that you love, you didn't have Nick Claxton, who was defensive, that I told you that y'all need to have. I told you need to have him. And I like what did I tell you 2 weeks ago on the pod, Chuck? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I said you want Donovan Mitchell on Philly to do what? Take the ball out of Joel Embiid's
That
hand?
Donovan Mitchell pod was just to get you woken up.
No.
It worked.
I said that.
It did. It did. It
Now,
absolutely did.
now on Kobe's 81 anniversary,
Wow, Michael, deep cut.
drops 70. And you mean to tell me that if he had Donovan Mitchell, that he would have dropped 70? Oh, guess what? What if he would have had Donovan Mitchell and they would have shut him down to 21 points and Joel Embiid to 27 points and y'all would have lost?
Mike,
It wouldn't have been no
when you
historic
step
night.
out of the
It
fantasy
wouldn't have been a
of
historic
what if
night.
or what if that,
No,
it's not gonna, it
Embiid
doesn't,
is
it can't
enough.
resonate in me
He's
because
enough.
it's a what if situation. I mean, what if Joel Embiid wasn't even on Philly? What if he was on the Timberwolves? I mean,
What
we
if
can
he
say
was on
what ifs all
Detroit?
you
What if he
want,
was on the
but
Detroit
it
Pistons?
is, the facts is what it
Now
is.
you
The facts are
just
what it
wishful
is.
thinking.
The facts are what it is. And we didn't tank for years. We
Y'all
had
did.
a couple
Y'all
of
did.
bad seasons.
Y'all did.
We got
Y'all
10
did.
wins.
Y'all did.
We
Y'all
got
did.
10 wins. 10.
But y'all did. Y'all
10
tanked.
wins. We were 10
Shot.
and 72
And what did you
Y'all
get for
the
it?
whole
Ben
season.
Simmons.
10 and 72. We got Ben Simmons in 2016.
I'm trolling.
We got Joel Embiid in 2014.
Shot.
Joel Embiid
Y'all
missed 2
tanked.
seasons.
Y'all tanked.
We missed 2 seasons.
It's
Shot.
called the process. They don't call it tanking.
Right. It was a process.
Right.
It wasn't
Right.
taking. We've been a good
Because they got
team
Joel
for the
Embiid.
last 8 years.
Can you see the air quotes?
We've
We
made
weren't
this
tanking.
playoffs for the last 8 years. This is not the same situation as Detroit is facing.
You don't know that because
Anybody get the number
It
on that
isn't.
bus?
we're
It
in the
isn't. I'm
early
speaking on
stages.
reality. I'm
We're
speaking on
in the early
reality.
stages of what Philly is doing.
No,
What do you
you're
mean? Or
not.
what Philly has done? What do
You're
you
not,
mean?
because Philly did not
Shot.
have the
Shot.
team
Y'all got
that
who
y'all
first?
have right now.
Y'all got who first? Y'all got who first?
We
Joel
got
Embiid
Joel
or
Embiid in
Ben
2013.
Simmons? Because it really don't matter. Because
2016.
guess what y'all did? Guess what y'all did the season after that? Y'all tanked.
You put the pieces. And then you put pieces together. And
Yes,
it took
y'all
a
traded
while
Michael
to
Kidd
get the right.
Gilchrist, or no, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. He's horrible. Y'all traded Carter Williams.
Michael
Y'all
Carter
traded Drew Holiday. Drew Championship Holiday. Y'all
He
traded
just
him.
became a championship a
Y'all
couple
got rid
years
of
ago.
Jeremy,
Bro.
like Chalk. Think of all of the players that came through that's doing something now in the league that came through Philly.
Mike, but that's 10 years after the fact, though.
Okay, so there's nothing.
Who's going to wait around for 10 years to be a good team? Nobody.
Don't say nothing
Nobody's going to wait around 10 years to be a good team.
Don't say nothing against the Pistons. And
I didn't say anything disrespectful against the Pistons. I just said that they are 439 right now, and Cade Cunningham needs to go ahead and take over the game. He needs to go ahead and drop 40 points. No. Y'all got all these good players on your team that y'all drafted in the lottery.
Okay.
what?
Highest paid coach in the league.
For what though? Like for what? Why have
I
all
want to
these
know
good
who.
players
No, no,
and not
no,
do
no, no,
nothing
no,
with
no, no,
them?
no, no, no. I want to know who you think is good on Detroit. Go.
Cade, Ivy, Stewart, Durham, what's that one? Sasser,
You forgot the guy with the receding hairline. Bajanovic. Bridger.
Oh, the rookie, the other rookie, the white guy.
But I'm saying they have talent. They're an
I'm
NBA
saying they
team.
have talent. So why not trade off that talent and pick up some good players?
So what you're saying is Detroit should basically trade off all of their assets this season, let Cade cook and just rebuild with him.
Yeah, around him.
What if he isn't the answer? And I'm
The
just
proof will
playing
be in the
devil's
pudding.
advocate.
The proof will be in the pudding.
So if he was a tradable asset, would you want him to be traded now or potentially raise his or lower his value moving forward after gutting the team?
Right
You know
now
what I mean?
he has a mid-level thirstiness. He'd be a good player to trade for now. He could be a great player to trade for
to a contender
after the season if he starts cooking. If he starts cooking with grease, oh my gosh, his star is gonna shine. It's gonna raise up high, and he's gonna him being a young player and only been in the league for a few years. He doesn't have that pull to be like, I want to trade or I'm gonna leave if y'all don't get good players on the team. He don't even seem like he cut like that, but he's gonna have to do something. He's gonna have to take over the game, score 40 and 10 a night, and start passing to these players so they can get their value up and trade them off. Trade Ivy, trade Stewart, keep Sasser, keep Durham.
Trade Ivy.
Get some picks. Get some
Trade
picks.
Ivy. You
yeah,
crazy.
trade Ivy.
Crazy.
rationale behind
Ivy,
it
Jaden
is those are
Ivy, he
possessions
deserves
that
to be on a good team. He deserves to be on a good team.
You crazy.
He's not gonna be able
those are possessions that Cunningham could have and perfecting his skill. That's the only caveat that I would give.
Exactly.
But my thing is, I feel it's the same thing with the Warriors. It's like, what are you going to do with that team, that roster now?
They're gonna have to blow it up in a sense. I don't mean blow it up to its bare brass tacks, but Stephen Curry, he only has what, about 5-6 more years in him, maybe.
If you're going to blow it up, you have to blow it up completely and then ship each individual player where they want to go.
I don't think they should blow it up completely. I think they should.
No, I say if you're going,
Clay, I think they should get rid of Mooney or Looney. I think they should get rid of what's his name? Dang, what's that guy's name they just got from Timberwolves? Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond Green. They should get rid of them.
If you're gonna do that, you might as well just blow up the entire team and send Clay to LA, send Steph to Charlotte, and just piece them out.
No.
Let them sail off into the sunset.
I don't think Steph should leave Warriors at all. I don't think they should leave.
So you're saying who is going to retire a Warrior?
Stephen Curry.
And that's it?
From this roster right now? Yeah.
No.
Ooh,
there's no telling what Kuminga's gonna do when he becomes a free agent. There's no telling what Mooney's gonna do. There's no telling what those role players are gonna do by playing with Stephen Curry, which gives them a lot of prestige because of how they're playing alongside him. So if you blow up the team to where it's completely done into the bones of it, it's gonna be hard to climb up.
I mean, yeah,
But
you're gonna
if
have to go
you
back into
trade
rebuilding
Klay
mode. But that's just
Thompson for a couple
yeah.
of good role players and a pick, they can be okay. If you trade Draymond Green for a few picks, they can be okay.
Can he be traded at this point?
I don't know.
I don't know what his situation is. But you can say,
Indefinitely.
how do you feel about the then what about the Suns? Not the Suns. I'm thinking of the Atlanta Hawks because it's like that's a team that can get blown up too.
They need to do some movement too. They need to do some movement too. I think that oh boy is wasting his time over there.
Which
real.
one?
Not trade. I think why I can
Murray.
never Murray. I
Murray?
can't never remember his first name. Who?
Wait, back up.
What that man name is? What that man name is? DeJounte.
DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte
Murray.
I think he needs to go to another team and be that leader on that team. When you watch them play together, they can almost play together, but somebody has to be the takeover and the other one has to acquiesce. And you could tell Trey don't like that at all.
He don't like throttling down when it's
No,
necessary to let.
He don't.
Well, Mike, what is your perception of the league and potentially blowing up the Pistons, the Warriors, and the Hawks? Is it a complete? I mean, I've never been a fan of partial teardown. So
it's
like if you're gonna, if you're gonna blow it up, blow it up.
The Pistons just need to add. We did that with Muscala and Gallinari. We need to add another player. The Warriors are one player away.
Away from what?
From not hurting their core.
Season?
From not hurting their core. If they can,
they outside of the playoffs right now.
They can trade something that doesn't affect their core, doesn't affect Wiggins, and it's a veteran that comes in that can get things done.
The only chance they got is to draft Bronny and get LeBron.
Wow.
And I actually think that they will do that.
That's the only chance they got.
So are you saying that Bronny has enhanced trade value potentially because of the fact that he could at some point draw his father to that team?
You don't have to draw him. He's going wherever his son goes. He said that.
Wow. Is that cooking? Is that insider book cooking?
That's insider cooking.
Insider book cooking?
I mean, he said he going wherever his son goes. I was just telling Mike that I don't think Bronny's going to be a lottery pick, but he could potentially, because all these picks that the OKC have, all these picks that
they could just wait. They could just say we can throw one on him now and see if he bites.
Yeah, see, and then LeBron will be there. This way. LeBron will be there. No way. So let's say the Spurs and Detroit Pistons are the worst teams in each conference. Okay. The second worst are Washington and the Trailblazers. Those are the four teams that could potentially be in the lottery. Any one of those teams is not off limits to where LeBron will go. He never said that he don't want to go to the East or he don't want to go into a Pacific division. He never said that. He said wherever his son gets drafted, he's potentially thinking about.
That is some book cooking.
That's why he has a player option at the end of the season.
If I'm a GM, is that feasible?
Of course it is.
If he's not gonna go to no terrible team and then follow his kids.
To be a GM, you could be like, okay, look, if we draft LeBron James' son, and we could sign LeBron at a veteran minimum, Any of these teams, any 30 teams could take him. Any of them. A veteran minimum is like 1 year for 15 mil.
Would you throw LeBron equity in the team to lure him?
In Detroit, yes.
Oh, yeah. Of course you should. You'd be dumb not to.
Oh man, can you imagine the ripple effect
Ooh.
that would have in the league?
What kind of ripple effect would that have, though?
Because that's unprecedented.
There's never been a LeBron James in the league either. Everything he does is unprecedented.
But that is the definite, the
He signed a
textbook.
3-year deal with a player option for $80 million. That's unprecedented.
Where you telling me, hey, bro, you come play with us, we'll sign a kid and we'll give you equity in the team.
When it's in the off season, you could talk to whoever you want to talk to. Honestly.
That is some book cooking.
The only time you can't talk to a player or to a coach or whatever is during the season, during the regular season. If they're in the playoffs, then there's a little bit of give and go there. But in the off season, you can talk to whoever you want. So LeBron could be in any GM's team saying, "Hey, I'd rather my son stay in Los Angeles. You know, if Sacramento wants to pick him up, I'll come over there too." Trust and believe Sacramento is going to do everything in their possible to get LeBron James in the draft. Period. I mean, look at the 2003 draft class. LeBron James was going to be number 1 regardless.
Yeah, locked in.
And it just so happened that Cleveland got the number 1 pick. His home state.
Them books was cooked.
Them was some cooked
thoroughly.
books. Them was some cooked books. But also,
book burning going on.
You also got to think about Derrick Rose. He
going
was
to Chicago.
Also selected by his hometown state as well. It just wasn't as publicized or as known as the LeBron James thing because LeBron is LeBron.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna put the tinfoil hat on, you could LeBron could potentially force the Lakers to throw it to
throw everything at the first pick. Everything.
And we're gonna recoup the losses on box office.
Yeah. Throw everything at this number 1 pick and pick my son number 1. Then you know the game is rigged. If LeBron James goes number 1 pick, you know the game is rigged.
8-team just jumble of nonsense to
get his son to be the number 1 pick like he was number 1 pick. Never has that ever happened in the history of the NBA. Has the father been the number 1 pick and his son?
I know. Michael Jordan's kicking himself like these motherfucking kids could.
His kids was garbage.
They sell shoes and are very good at their jobs at Nike.
They're great marketing business guys. They're phenomenal at it. But as far as basketball went, they might as well be playing soccer.
Should have went to baseball. Should
have followed granddad's footsteps in baseball. Because basketball is not their thing. But you know what though? I think a lot of it played out that they would never match. They probably felt that they could never be their father. They'd never beat him in the driveway, let alone on a blacktop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he would have to be there
by their own dad their entire life.
What?
You know how competitive Michael Jordan is. He's not gonna let his sons just win a game. No.
He didn't even let his daughters go to the WNBA. But still.
Mike, you so quiet. You so tired quiet. You said something about something being taken. You just fell off the bridge.
Are you there?
Do you need a life jacket?
Michael?
Do you need a rope of life?
Hi.
We went on a tangent. That was a tangent.
We got about 5 more minutes.
I think the Warriors, if they tank the season, they're going to get Bronny. and they're gonna get LeBron.
But that just depends on the pick. That just depends on the pick. Who is going to give up?
If they're high
if
enough,
the Warriors are
if they're
number
high
9
enough,
and the Sacramento's number 10 or number 8, what is the Warriors going to give up to get that number 8 position?
they won't be. The Warriors will be low. They're low now.
So my thing is Bronny's going to end up in LA. So it's either the Warriors, the Lakers, or the Kings,
Sacramento, the Clippers,
or the Clippers. I mean, they just gave Kawhi all that money, so how's that gonna work?
I'm telling you, the game is rigged when it comes down to LeBron James.
So is it that fixed?
Man,
those are some movie scenarios right there.
Well, think about it. He played 7 years in Cleveland, left to Miami, played there for 4 or 5 years, left and came back to Cleveland, played there a few years, and then went all the way to LA. So his family is well versed in moving. They don't, let's get a new, let's do something new. Let's go to Phoenix. Let's go to the Mavericks.
They're not gonna go to where's a state that they're not they could go to Vegas.
I mean, if LeVar Ball could tell 2019 not to select his son, I'm sure LeBron James can do it.
Ooh, that is quite the argument.
Like, for real. And he got picked number 2.
So let's close.
Well, how about you close?
I'm astounded by everything I'm hearing. Like,
what's most astounding?
For real.
Thinking that the Warriors won't be in position to get Bronny. Thinking that the Pistons won't. I don't know about the Pistons. Just really the Warriors and Bronny, like, that's within reach. With what the standards are right now, like, they're going to get Bronny, and then they're going to get Bron for the lows.
I mean, he could wait till his younger brother get into the league, and then you get a 3-piece.
Nah, they're gonna get Bronny for the low, and then they're gonna get Bron for the lows.
For the low.
And then it's gonna be another championship.
But that's if.
Wow, so they're gonna get LeBron. LeBron's gonna take a pay cut. Bronny's gonna be on a rookie contract.
Okay,
they're gonna put pieces around him.
We got like 2 minutes, but I got this question just to make y'all ponder a little bit. What if Detroit gets the number 1 pick in the draft?
I don't know.
If Detroit gets the number 1 pick in the draft, do you really think they're gonna pick up Bronny?
Wow.
No. I said the Warriors.
No, I'm saying, I'm trying to put a bug in your ear. What if Detroit gets the number 1 pick? Do you really think they're gonna pick up Bronny?
Right now, he's not going
to get LeBron.
Right now, he's not going top 10.
He's not. But
what's his projection?
Detroit gets the number 1 pick, there's a twofer. They get LeBron senior and junior.
We gonna get Caitlin Clark.
On that note, yeah, listen this. On that note, Caitlin Clark, you heard it here first. Caitlin Clark is going to be the number 1 pick for the Detroit Pistons in the 2024 NBA draft. Is that it? And is that all?
That got to be, because it's either that or it's going to be the LeBron James movie.
It's a twofer, though. Whether he gets picked number 1 or he gets picked in the 2nd round, it's a twofer. What if LeBron James doesn't get picked at all?
He can go anywhere.
He can go anywhere.
He'll go to the Lakers.
Ponder that. And we out.
And he'll go